Over the past couple of weeks, I've been doing a lot of traveling with work, but there's so much watch news that we need to talk about. Starting with Cartier making some big updates to the Santos de Cartier, adding in a new titanium variation and a black dial ADLC coded variation with Super Luminova in the numerals, railway track, and sword hands. I am very excited about both of these additions. This feels like Cartier listening to their customer base and actually implementing the changes people have been asking for. Starting with the titanium, gone are the polished surfaces so many enthusiasts have complained about, opting for a fully bead-blasted matte case. And I have to take a second to emphasize how weird this is for Cartier. This is a finish rarely used by them and an odd material selection. I think this looks industrial, almost aggressive, and so sporty. I really like it. Moving on to the black dial, and the big headline here is the generous coating of Super Luminova. As for the material, it is stainless steel, but given the ADLC treatment, which kind of looks like PVD, it is a proprietary coating for the brand that is a lot stronger than PVD. Honestly, I really like these. I think this is the freshen up that the Santos de Cartier needed. It shows that they aren't afraid of leaning deeper into the sporty side and that they are listening. As of the time of filming, this is only available for the large Santos de Cartier models. Sorry for the itty bitty risk committee. And these are available to purchase as of November 1st. Moving on, there is big news in the world of James Bond for the official James Bond Day. And yes, that is apparently a real thing that exists. Omega gave an exclusive look into an upcoming James Bond video game, 007 First Light. Full disclosure, I don't play video games, nor am I a James Bond superfan, but I'm an Omega superfan. So this teaser shows 007 being handed a watch from Q that seems to be one of their Seamaster Diver 300 chronographs on a NATO strap with orange accents in the strap, chronograph hand, and on the 3 o'clock subdial. As far as I can tell, this isn't a model that is in their current catalog, and it could be a hint of what's to come. 007 First Light is set for release March 27th, 2026, so this is something worth keeping an eye on. Next, Girard Perregaux celebrates 50 years of the Laureato with the Laureato 50. Taking inspiration from the 1975 bicolor design, this has a 39mm case size, two-tone in stainless steel and yellow gold, and a Clou de Paris dial in gray with gold hands and indices. And it's not just new outsides, inside is the newly developed caliber GP 4800 automatic movement, giving 55 hours of power reserve. It's a very good looking movement and sports the brand's 3 bridges construction, which is usually reserved for more complicated pieces. I really like this. I think they've done an awesome job with it, and it's a great way to celebrate 50 years of arguably their most iconic watch. If you've not had the pleasure of seeing the Laureato in the metal in person, it's a very elevated watch. The finishing is fantastic. The way it sits on the wrist is superb. It wears a lot smaller than the numbers would initially suggest. It's a very well designed watch, and I hope to see one of these new ones in the metal, although I think it's going to be pretty unlikely. These are limited to only 200 pieces, and I'd imagine they've already been sold to big-time collectors. Next, we need to talk about Longines adding the new Spirit Pilot. This is coming 5 years after the brand launched the Spirit line, and this is the most pared back variation yet. Design-wise, it is pretty similar to the standard Spirit, but with a few notable details changed. For one, the stars have been removed from the bottom half of the dial, a bit more classical in design language, so the color pop on the seconds hand has been removed, as is the extra text that is under the logo. It feels a bit more tidy and compact. Movement-wise, it has the same caliber that is in the standard Spirit, with the COSC certified caliber 888.4, giving up to 72 hours of power reserve. I'd be curious to know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. Is it exciting? Do you think, meh, not much has changed? I personally like the subtle changes that were made, and I think this is a top contender for the best go anywhere, do anything watch under £3,000. And the last bit of news is Omega speculation once again. Daniel Craig attended TIFF, or the Toronto International Film Festival, wearing a vintage Omega Seamaster 120. Nicknamed Deep Blue by collectors, this is a diver from the early 70s, almost mil-spec looking dial layout with sword hands and highly legible indices. One of my favorite things about this one is the shark-proof mesh bracelet I mostly associate with the Plo Prof. Now, you might be thinking, who cares, Brittany? Can you just let this man wear a watch without making conspiracy theories? But Daniel Craig is kind of the canary in the coal mine when it comes to Omega spotting. He is usually teasing what is coming next, and he is usually rocking an embargo piece. Maybe it's nothing, maybe it's something, maybe it is hinting at what is to come. Either way, who cares? I love seeing the Seamaster 120. I would love to see more of these out in the wild. Anyways, guys, that's just some of the watch news that stood out to me. Did I miss anything big or your favorite piece of recent watch news? Let me know in those comments down below. And now, patrons, get their names on the screen. Hello, patrons. Hello, just anyone who's made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much to the names on the screen. These are the highest tier of patrons. Thank you so much. I'm so glad anyone enjoys my weird little channel. I just love talking about watches. This is the best. And I hope you keep enjoying the content we're making over here. And if you don't, that's okay too. I love you. Thank you for being around for this time. Don't ever leave. Don't leave. Just stay a patron forever. Thank you guys. You're all awesome. Bye guys.